Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. The holiday event has begun, and it is the first day, and I just wanted to take a moment and appreciate this cute little main menu screen. We don't normally look at these in the videos, so gotta take a moment and appreciate them every now and then. But liking the Christmas tree and all the snow globe, snow dome, igloo, that's the one. That's the one, the igloo. Let's go ahead and jump in. We got a big day ahead of us, and we need to get to it. We've got 200 sleep points coming our way. That's going to put us at a grand total of 4,682. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up also bundles now available, holiday bundles. If you want to get them, available in the shop. Daily lottery, small dream cluster, not bad. You know what? Given the theme of this event, very appropriate. All right, let's jump into the sleep report, the final sleep report of the just chilling out week, and let's see how it goes. Not really expecting too much. Probably won't really try to catch much of anything. Probably just throw my premium biscuit and be done with it. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see. Ooh, that's looking kind of about. I don't know. That's a low amount of dozing. That's slumbering. Okay. I was thinking it was going to be balanced. Even with 8% dozing, that's a lot more. I feel like that's a lot more than what I have been getting lately, but not entirely sure. Anyway, 62.3 million. Very good. All right. Not bad at all. 62.3 million. That does give us a decent chance at Snover. A Top Belly Spheal, Celio. What else we got? Show me a Snover. Come on, show me a Snover. It's an Abomasnow. Ooh, no Snover, but that looks like, yes, a new sleep style. Okay, so we got Why Not, Celio, Swablu, another Celio, Spheal, Abomasnow, and what could be left? I always go to the right and there's nothing there. This time I went to the left and there's nothing there. It was to the right this time. Hey, Walrein. Hello, buddy. Majestic sleep, yes, with your gorgeous, majestic hair. All right. So that is going to be not a new one. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen Walrein, but not a new one. Not bad at all. Really nothing here I'm super excited to catch. The Abomasnow, if it's hungry, but no one's hungry. So I think we're just gonna go. I was gonna say we're gonna catch that Spheal, but you know what? It's kind of dumb, but like I said, there's nothing really here I want to catch, so I don't see any point in wasting biscuits that aren't free on something. It is kind of a waste of the premium biscuit just to get that one pip, but I don't really care to catch anything else, so kind of seems appropriate. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if this is the Spheal we need, and honestly, I think I'm going to send out some Snover candy, try to help people out on that front if they need it. Snover and Spheal, in my estimation, kind of about the same candy-wise, so another 7,500 dream shards. That's good. That puts us over 600k, I believe, at the start of the event. I am going to see where we're at the start, and we're going to see where we end. So level 13 in docile for this Spheal. ABA, which is fine. That doesn't matter. What we're looking for is going to be berry finding, but it definitely doesn't have it at level 10. So let's see. Let me let you actually see. Let's move it over. Energy recovery bonus. This is the same as, almost the same as last time. Sleep XP bonus again. I can't help but to get Sleep XP bonus on Spheals. Skill Trigger S, Helping Speed S. Yeah, this is not what we're looking for. Ingredient Finder S. This looks very similar to the other one that we caught. I know we had, what was it, Research XP bonus at level 10 instead of Energy Recovery, but still looking pretty familiar. Friendship level 10 plus. Probably not going to be great. We're looking for high berry strength, and without berry finding, we ain't really going to get it. Hello? There we go. Yeah, pretty bad. Definitely not what we're looking for, and I don't even think I can make an argument to invest in this one because it would be beneficial for the team. Energy recovery bonus is not super great. Pretty sure, yeah, it is only from sleep sessions. If it applied to the whole team and they got a little bit extra energy from Gardevoir, that'd be cool. But even if it didn't apply to the whole team, if it only applied to this Pokemon and this Pokemon got extra energy from all sources, that would be nice. but we're not really having that issue here. So that's basically a wasted skill slot. So yeah, this one, pretty bad. Pretty bad feel. We're gonna send this to the professor and we're gonna move on because we got a lot on our plate today, and we don't have time to be wasting on this field right now. We're move on. We're gonna have us a good old time because we got the holiday event starting up. You can see it right there in the bottom, but we got to get through our weekly summary first, and that is gonna be pretty interesting. 64%. All right, good. So we're slowly cranking up that Snowdrop Tundra and area bonus, that's the word, and we can move on and get something very nice. Hopefully we get curries. That's really what we want. All right, we made it to Master 1. Final strength 623,360, gains from berries 553,969, and gains from cooking 69,391. Not that impressive, but we didn't expect it to be. We were just chilling out. Overall grade of S gets us a 6 small handy candies, and we are looking pretty good. All right, we know the event is happening on... Ooh, look at that pretty little island. I like this. I like these little changes that they do. It's so cute. I love it. 70% area bonus, so we're doing pretty good. Our record was Master 17 at 2.1 million. So we're going to try to beat that this week, just for the fun of it. New area sound data downloaded, which means we got a new song. Good looking Snorlax. We got, ooh. Oh, we got Curry's first roll. We're not changing it. I could try to go for some better berries, but honestly, we're going to be using ingredient finders and we're really going to rely on cooking, so I don't think it's worth it. We are going to grab a recovery instance for going to bed on time. We're in a good place. We're in a good place right now. All right, we can't collect from anybody until we get breakfast. But before we do breakfast, let's actually... let's make sure that we get our good camp ticket set up. And one thing I want to show for those of you that are not aware, we're going to go ahead and use our good camp ticket. And on the Rain On site, we want to make sure we click this little gear button to bring up our options. We want to go over to others, and we want to select that we have a good camp ticket active. We will turn this off next Monday, but this helps because it takes that good camp ticket into effect with all your calculations. So make sure you do that whenever you have a good camp ticket activated. And let's go ahead and jump in and let's see what we got going on. We definitely, well, I mean, we know what we got going on. We know what we did. Let's get all that, all these herbs. All the herbs, 399 for this first cook. Let's go ahead and throw in some more honey. Let's throw in all this oil. We'll get some more. PR41 on that spheal. And we're gonna throw in you know what, I think we're gonna go for, out of everything here, let's throw a little bit of this. We need, you know what, we're just gonna have to throw in a lot of everything. Let's get a lot of tomatoes, a lot of soybeans. We are just out of ingredients, really. And let's do the rest tomatoes. All right, start cooking. And with any luck, this will go extra tasty, but I don't think it's going to. Don't think we're going to. Oh, yes, we did. Nice. Nice. 295,324 to start the week. Very, very nice. That is insanely good luck. Insanely good. All right, well, 295,000 to start the week off. We're gonna be all right this week. It's gonna be all right. Where does that put us? Does that put us in? Yeah, Master 4 instantly. All right, well, can't complain about that. You know what that means? That's a big Snorlax, and we got all the missions done. Nice. Well, not all the missions, but a lot of them. We also used a lot of ingredients. I got almost almost all mushrooms in Quagsire's inventory. Dragonite, I did get nothing but herbs, so we got all that. How many herbs is that? 31. I thought it was 40 something inventory space, but it's 31. Gardevoir, only a single trigger. I did delete her inventory right before I went to bed last night, so that's unfortunate. We only got a single trigger. Walrein, we know we're gonna get some excess berries from you, plus some extra ingredients, which is good because I also left Flareon on the team just to make sure that we have a solid. We only got one skill trigger there, so that's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. Would have been nice if the Lepa berries would have been favorite this week too, but as of right now, we're off to a good start. I can't really complain, to be honest with you. If I was complaining right now, y'all just need to slap me. But we're at a really good start. Master 4 to start the week, 300k. Essentially, we're going to be well over 300k by the time he gets done eating all those berries. And for now, no new news, but we do have some community reports. And that means that we're going to... Oh, 42 of them. Nice. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 to doubled up. Very nice. Very nice. All right. That's a little over that 33% we like to see, so can't complain there. I mean, I can't complain about anything. This week is starting off so good. All right, so we're going to instantly have 8 spawns tomorrow. We also have a lot of incense that we can use, and we kind of want to use some of them. But what we want to focus on is using these incense for Pokemon that are already evolved, because they do bring in extra Dream Shards compared to the unevolved Pokemon. So Eradicate is a good option. Of course, the legendaries, but we're going to save those for the big days. It seems like Eradicate and Metapod are the only ones. I thought I had some Graveler incense. Graveler would have been good too, but Metapod, Eradicate, those can be good to just bring in a little bit of extra Dream Shards and really squeeze out some Dream Shards from them, because we wouldn't typically use these any other time. So I think we're going to use a Metapod incense first, just to get a little bit of excess Dream Shards on tomorrow's research. Not going to be a whole lot, but at least it'll be something. Plus, we got the extra spawn from the good camp ticket, so that will also bring in more Dream Shards. We're just going to have a really good week, basically. That's what starting off like this has just guaranteed, that we're going to have a really good week. So, to recap this week's bonuses, this week-long event is a special time when ice Pokemon are particularly active, but let's go ahead and skip forward. The event, of course, lasts all week until Sunday at 4 a.m. It is only on green grass, so make sure you came to green grass. If not, you're going to be kind of sad on some of the bonuses not being active. So, the following effects will appear during the event. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during sleep research. That's, of course, going to be the Holiday Eevee, Pikachu, as well as the 2 new Pokemon, the Alolan Vulpix and Pawmot. Also, increased shiny chances, so that's another reason why those legendary incenses are a good thing to use this week, because even though it's a small chance to get a small bonus to get a shiny, any extra chance you can get a shiny legendary is worthwhile. The limited time candy boost function will be available, but it's not the mini candy boost, so we're not limited to only 50 candies. We can use that. I believe it's up to 500 candies per day. So keep that in mind as well. The Snorlax in the event area will have Frost berries, which is the ice type berries. That's guaranteed for everybody. And each time an ice type helper Pokemon brings ingredients, it will bring 1 extra, which is about standard for these type events now, so that's good. The chance of ice type helper Pokemon main skill triggering is going to be 1.5. So for us, that's only going to be Walrein. We're going to get that 1.5 times that 50% extra chance to get ingredient magnet on Walrein, which will help with our pot filling in some of the extra space that we don't need. However, main skill levels of ice type helper Pokemon will also be boosted by 1, so it's going to make his ingredient magnet even better. I believe that'll put it at a level 4. Because I'm pretty sure we caught this Walrein as a Spheal. Almost positive. I don't know. He's been with me a long time, but I'm pretty sure I caught him as a Spheal. So I think that'll put it at level 4. And then, of course, we have the pseudo-balanced sleep for the entire week. That is very good. It's going to help with us trying to find that Pawmot and Alolan Vulpix, which is what we really, really, really want to find. And then on December 24th and 25th, which is tomorrow and Wednesday, we will get an extra dream gift. We all get the same dream gift. I believe that it is random, so we might get different dream gifts on day one. Then you might get a different dream gift on day one than what I get, but we will get the same 2 dream gifts by the end of it all. So keep that in mind. Of course, the last day of the event, December 29th, we will get 3 times the usual number of dream shards. So that's one of the reasons why we're pushing the ranks as hard as we are this week, is to try to get those dream shards, or not dream shards, to get higher level spawns that show up that give us more dream shards, because we really want those, but also because we can, if we can get to Master 19, which really, I don't think we have to get to Master 19. If I remember correctly, we can just use the instance as long as we have the drowsy power for the 3-star of the legendaries to show up, we'll be in a good place. So that's why we're trying to get to Master 19, just to really milk as many of these dream shards as possible from this event, because dream shards are becoming more and more valuable as the game goes on. So we want to get as many as possible. On all the other days, December 23rd, 25th, or not 25th, 23rd and 26th through 28th, we get twice the usual number of dream shards from our sleep research, which I believe this also applies to all sleep research, not just your first one. I'm pretty sure this means that it also applies to naps. So if you are one of the players that takes naps, make sure to get your dream shards out of it. Also, I skipped a few. On December 25th, we also get the 3 times bonus from the dream shards. I don't know how I skipped that. My brain just went straight from dream gifts down to the last day. So on December 25th, we also get the dream gift and 3 times the usual number of dream shards. Also a good time to use a legendary instance. But if you're not at a comfortable rank that you don't really feel like you want to use it, that's understandable. It is going to be Wednesday, so we may not be at the highest drowsy power. I might have to reconsider that depending on how far we get by then. But for now, we're also going to get 1,225 bonus sleep points on December 25th, which is good. That's a very nice little boost. But those are the bonuses. Of course, they're always available here. If you need a refresher, you can click right here on this little holiday tab here in the bottom. And we are going to see if we got another skill trigger from Flareon. We did not. Let's make sure we're not missing any skill triggers before I swap the team out. We are not going to use Dragonite and Flareon all week. We are going to use our Curry team, which is mostly set up. I would like to get Dedenne on the team as much as possible. However, no, do not help me pick. Let's go back. Let's see where we're at on our, yes, I know. I got ahead of myself. I need to check my pantry first. So check our pantry. Curries and stews, how are we looking? Not as many soybeans and mushrooms as I wanted, but I didn't think we were going to start with 400 for our first meal. But, you know, it is what it is. So we definitely want soybeans on the team. We definitely want mushrooms on the team. And we definitely need tomatoes on the team. We've got a couple of coffee beans built up, so we're good there. We're honestly, no, I'm going to leave Walrein on the team. I was going to, am I? For now. I'm going to leave Walrein on the team for now. But I'm going to put, hold on. Who was there? Yeah, Golem is going to be on the team. We're going to swap in our Victory Bell to get those tomatoes. Where you at, buddy? There you are. And then we're also going to keep Quagsire on the team. I would like to get more extra tasties if we can, but we need to get to a comfortable spot with ingredients before we do that, I think. So that's why I'm kind of hesitating on putting Walrein on the team or Vikavolt. Sleep XP bonus at 50. I mean, that's nice. Let's check. Let's see. This Grubbin. Is this something we can turn into something? Ooh. Ooh, if we get this guy to level 50 this week, XP gains up will definitely help with the candy boost. We might, yeah, I think this just became my top contender for candy investment during this event. So for now, let's put Walrein on the team, because Walrein does have the helping bonus and sleep XP bonus, so that will help everybody get that much stronger. And we're going to leave Gardevoir on the team because we want to make sure that we have all the energy we need. As of right now, things are looking pretty good. And to show you how good things are looking, let's go ahead and we'll checky. Let's give it a little checksy doodles. We're gonna go over to here, the team analysis page. We haven't been on this in a long time. Same team I just set up is plugged in here. Keep in mind, this isn't going to be completely accurate because we are going to change out Pokemon throughout the week. But if this was the team we stuck with, it's also not giving us the meals that I'm making this week. It's not set correctly for that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and change that up. We're not making Dream Eater Butter Curry. We are making Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. And let's see how that affects things. Only Master 13 because it thinks we can't make them. So that's funny. It says Master 13 1 million is going to be our final result. Highly unlikely, but we also haven't plugged in our strength. So 318,738. And that puts us back at Master 15. Interesting. Puts us back at Master 15, but for some reason has said still only 1 million. Okay. I'm sure I've messed up something somewhere, and someone will tell me in the comments. It's been a long time since I've used team analysis, so I'm sure I messed up something somewhere. But again, it's not taking into account the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew because it doesn't think we're going to have the ingredients to make them, but it doesn't know what we've done. And the swapping that we're going to do, which is kind of where the team analysis falls short. When you're going to be swapping Pokemon in and out, it just kind of falls apart. But either way, 1 million is where we're going to be. At least I'm like I said, I'm shooting to break that record. So we're going to get, I'm going to say we're going to shoot for 2.5 million. That's going to be the plan. Shoot for 2.5 million. Will that get us to Master 19? Almost Master 19. That's the goal. Master 19 is the goal. We'll see if we can make it there. We may fall short, but at least we've tried and we can know our limitations from there. For now, let's go ahead and collect all of our missions that we completed, because that is going to give us some nice stuff. We got the Holiday Eevee incense. We got the Alolan Vulpix incense. You know what? I may take that. We got the Pawmot incense. I may take that Metapod incense back and get one of the new Pokemon instead. So yeah, we've got a lot that we can do this week. Oh yeah, I forgot about the weekly missions. I completed some of those too. Yeah, Snorlax to Great 2. That gives us 1,700 Dream Shards. Should have checked my Dream Shards before I did that, but that's all I've collected. So Master 3 also gives us a Chikorita incense. That's good. All right, let's go see where our Dream Shards lie right now, and then we'll minus 1,740. That was the only bit of Dream Shards I got. So currently, yeah, we're in a really good place. We have 616,821 Dream Shards minus 1,740. So we started the event with 615,081 Dream Shards. We'll just call that 615,000. So yeah, we got a really good starting point. 615,000 is a great place to start, and that means that we're gonna have a good week. We're gonna have a good week. All right, let's see. I think one last thing before we get into the real big news that we're going to talk about, because of course, since the holiday event has started, we do have all the information we need for the Pawmot and Alolan Vulpix Ninetails and their evolutions and all that fun stuff. We have all the info. Well, most of the info. Some of it's still not settled yet, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. For now, Vikavolt is what I'm looking for with the Grubbin. There you are, buddy. Couple of silver seeds will make you very good. We get a silver seed on that ingredient finder, another one on that inventory up S, maybe 2 on it. Probably end up getting skill trigger M along the way, but we can make this a very good Vikavolt, and it's already going to be a really good one. If we can get this to level 50, I think we're in a really good spot this week. Unfortunately, we don't have the candies for it, but let's see what we can do. Candy boost is on. So let's see how far we can go. Let's just hold down the button because we don't have to tap it all the time anymore. 45. XP gains up, definitely helping a lot. So let's see, that goes from level 15 to 45. And how much does that cost me? Besides a lot? A lot. What is that? Man, that's almost 300,000. That's like 260,000 shards or something like that. But you know what? Before we pull the trigger, let's make sure it's worth it. Let's make sure it's worth it. All right, let's see. Let's see. So we've got, see, cocoa beans, turn off the psychic type Vikavolt, and cocoa beans are grubbin. Expand all. Let's go ahead and make you a Vikavolt real fast. And then let's see without any seeds how it stacks up. I want to see how it stacks up with no seeds invested versus with seeds invested. And then let's make them both level 50. 67 versus 55. This one does have ingredient finder M though. So if we give this one ingredient finder M, let's say we just get very, very lucky, which is probably not going to happen. There it is. If we get very lucky, 62 versus 65. However, the reason we want this one is because of level 60. Huge difference. 80 versus 41. Big difference at level 60. So that is why we want to invest in this one. If we get inventory up S, let's say we just get it to M. Does that make a difference? No, does not make a difference. I collect often enough that that's not going to make a difference, but that means inventory up L. It actually does make a small difference, not a big difference. Wait, no, hold on. Nope, I think I misread that. Let's double check. Inventory up S at level 50. 62 versus 67. Didn't this say 50 something a minute ago? How did I mess that up? Ingredient finder M does close the gap pretty significantly. That's what it is. So ingredient finder M closes the gap pretty significantly if we get inventory up S instead of, or M instead of S. That also should close the gap a little bit more. And then of course level 60 does make a huge difference, 83 versus 41, but that does give us coffee beans and honey. We just don't really need coffee beans and honey at the moment. So yeah, this is going to be the way to go, is to invest in this grubbin for the long term for our coffee beans. And we can basically just make the grubbin we want. Unfortunately, it's not ingredient finder up for the nature, but it is XP gains up. And now I'm second guessing it because it doesn't have ingredient finding for the nature. And yeah, I'm gonna say this is my strong candidate. Let me know your opinions. If this was yours, would you make this investment, or am I just being a coward and second guessing myself? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump out. That's gonna be the one that I am suggesting that we invest in today. We're gonna jump back out and we're gonna talk about the big thing that everybody wants to talk about, and that is gonna be, first off, Pawmot. So, Pawmot, we now know its main skill is going to be energy for everyone. So a contender to beat Gardevoir could beat Gardevoir. The ingredient finding rate is around 14.1% right now. It is unsettled, so it's not 100% confirmed, but solid guess. Skill trigger rate is also unsettled at 3.9%, which is about a 1 in 20, just shy of 26, 1 in 26 chance of getting skill trigger from Pawmot. Could be very good. If you catch it as a Pawmi, of course, you're going to get the 2 free main skill levels as you evolve it. So that's good. However, keep in mind, you won't be able to use this immediately because you're going to have to get the 150 hours slept with it in order to evolve it. So Gardevoir will still, or Sylveon or Wigglytuff will still be your best bet for this week. I guess we do need to go back to production comparison and check and see what Pawmot's going to look like compared to Gardevoir. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's add in a Pawmot, Pawmot, and there we go. Okay, so let's just give it the same thing that Gardevoir has. So double skill triggers. I did not mean to click that, but that's fine. Double skill triggers, skill trigger M and then skill trigger S. We're just gonna look at it where mine is right now. And then ingredient finding, but that doesn't really matter. But just for the sake of accuracy, let's go ahead and put that in there. And then the nature is, I forget what nature, serious nature. Okay. So all things equal, let's put them both at level 50. All things equal, just barely underperforms Gardevoir. So to me, that says that if you got a pretty good Pawmi and your Gardevoir maybe isn't the best, this could be the one you're looking for. However, it could very easily outperform a Wigglytuff or a Sylveon because they are not as strong as Gardevoir. So definitely run the production comparison for yourself and see how it pans out. Again, all things equal, Gardevoir still outperforms, but that doesn't mean that you can't find a better. I may find a better Pawmi with better skills than this Gardevoir. If we were to change one thing, let's just give it a main skill up nature. Let's say that it is gentle instead. Then it does outperform Gardevoir, but not by much, only by 0.2. So that could be a difference though for you. Could be a bigger difference for your situation. So always double check and make sure. Given the fact that it's not going to outperform Gardevoir, and even if it does, not by much, I probably won't switch to a Pawmot, especially since I've already invested main skill seeds in this Gardevoir. I don't want to have to do that again for only a 0.2 difference. However, it's not a bad Pokemon. If you need a healer, this is a good one to look for. And I feel like that's kind of where Pawmot is going to sit right now, is that if you need a good healer, this is a very good one to find. And honestly, if you don't have a Gardevoir yet and you find a really good Pawmot, you may invest in the Pawmot and never worry about the Gardevoir because, again, the difference isn't really that substantial. All things being equal, it's not a huge difference. So you may not want to search for a Gardevoir. This could be your alternative instead, which I kind of like. I kind of like that it's not such a clear-cut difference because that means we can all kind of use whatever we want and whatever we find. And we all have diverse teams instead of everybody using the exact same Pokemon. I like that. That's a good thing. That said, the ingredients are going to be cocoa, milk, and eggs. So a very diverse ingredient spread. Definitely dessert focused. So good to know. I feel Gardevoir has apples and corn. So not really dessert focused on Gardevoir. Gardevoir is kind of all over the place, but dessert focused for these ingredients, but ultimately it is a skill specialist, so the ingredients don't really matter all that much. It's just a nice little bonus. But that said, that is pretty much all that we know about Pawmot at this moment and kind of where it stands. I would suggest if you need a better healer, go ahead and look for one. Why not? Look for a Pawmi, try to catch a good one, see what you find, and go from there. And then if you have a somewhat okay healer, and maybe this is one that could take the place of that somewhat okay healer. But let's go ahead and take a look now at our Alolan Ninetales. Ooh, it gets extra helpful. We haven't seen that in a while. I feel like extra helpful needs a little bit of a buff, and it may get that soon. But it is also a berry specialist, so ice type berries with extra helpful. Honestly, that's a pretty good combo, a berry specialist with extra helpful, because you're not really worried about the main skill. The main skill is just a nice little bonus. It could or could not be better than Charge Strength S, depending on what you have on the team and how it rolls in terms of which Pokemon it activates on. But it's not bad. It's a nice little thing. I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea of having extra helpful on a berry specialist. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, the skill trigger rate is a little bit low at 2.8%, but again, it's a berry specialist. We don't expect it to be super high. It's just one of those like, hey, it's nice that it triggered, but you're not worried about it triggering if it's, once or twice a day. It is what it is. And could also help with your overstacking teams. It would have really helped for this event. Honestly, if we had like Regice, for example, with the Legendary Beast main skill where it's extra helpful for the whole team, plus extra helpful from Alolan Ninetales, plus Walrein on the team. That would have been really good. But it is what it is. Honestly, in the future, this could be very helpful and very good on an overstacking team. The ingredient finding rate is 23.1%, which is actually a bit high for a berry specialist. I'm kind of surprised it's that high. So maybe this is one... I was going to say, maybe this is one you leave its inventory full, but extra helpful is kind of nice to have, so I don't know that I would. You just need to check the game kind of frequently. because the base inventory is only 20. So yeah, you might want to check the game kind of frequently for this, but I like it. I like where this is going. However, the ingredient spread looking kind of nice, actually. Soybeans, corn, and potatoes. Not a bad ingredient spread. Also, again, not an ingredient specialist, so I'm not really worried about what ingredients I get on an Alolan Vulpix. I'm really looking for berry finding and helping bonus if we can get it. But berry finding is the main thing I'm looking for with this. This is definitely going to be a good one to have. Definitely going to be a good one to have. It'll be interesting to see how it stacks up compared to Walrein, who has been the dominant ice berry gatherer for a long time. And if I can get a berry finding Alolan Vulpix, it will definitely beat my Walrein, because my Walrein does not have berry finding. At the very least, not until much later in the levels, but I'm pretty sure I just don't have it at all. So very good. Keep in mind, you will need the, I believe it's the Ice Stone is what we need to buy to evolve this one. So it is easier to evolve than Pawmot. But if you don't have an Ice Stone on hand, it is going to cost you 1,400 sleep points. We are going to get 1,225 on Christmas Day, Wednesday. So you could use those for that Ice Stone if you catch a good Alolan Vulpix by then. But just keep that in mind that you will need that. But for now, that's pretty much everything that we know about Pawmot and its line, as well as Alolan Vulpix and its evolutionary line. So good information, good Pokemon. I'm actually kind of excited to catch these. Pawmot, again, I probably won't use because I already have a good Gardevoir that I've invested in, but I'm glad to see this coming in as another option for newer players that still need a good healer for their team. And the fact that this can give us diverse teams, as well as, even if we do catch a good one and invest in this one, we can use this on OGPP just for the extra favored berries. If it's going to perform about the same as Gardevoir, but bring in favored berries, maybe that's a good thing to do too. So yeah, really excited about both of these Pokemon. You know, even if it's not something I'm going to use, glad that they're bringing it in for everybody else. But like I said, that is about everything that we know now about these Pokemon. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see if we can catch them. Plus, we got the free incense, so make sure to use those to try to catch a good one. And yeah, that is where I'm going to wrap things up for now. I've been rambling for a long time, longest episode in a long while. So thank you for sticking it out with me. We're going to go ahead and collect from everybody. We're not going to get anything. I don't know what I'm thinking. Thank you for sticking out with me on this very long episode. And we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. And a huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, White, Husky Star, and JP. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that subscribe plus or the join button right below this video. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night. Good luck during this holiday event. And until next time, later, dudes.